Hey guys, Zerkaa here, and got a pretty interesting video for today. As you can see, there's some Battlefield 4 gameplay in the backdrop, and you've probably seen this scoured amongst many YouTube channels, and you've probably seen it on the actual Battlefield channel themselves if you're actually interested in Battlefield. If you're not, then if you're interested in COD, it's still quite an interesting gameplay for you to kind of check out. Because obviously I was given this gameplay by EA themselves. It's exclusive in a way, but obviously it's been given to about 50 different YouTubers, so it's obviously not that exclusive, but it's still exclusive to some extent. But regardless, it's very interesting because you can see there's actually like slowly starting to be a convergence between games companies and YouTubers themselves, of actually like them starting to appreciate that we have some kind of audience and we can potentially help them, we can work together in some way or another. So if you guys can show this video as much support as you possibly can, that'd be greatly appreciated, because then it kind of shows the games companies that we actually do have some kind of value, and that will allow us to get some early content for you more often and be able to get so many more for potential opportunities for us to get for you guys. So obviously if you can show support on everyone's video who's doing anything like Battlefield 4 type at the moment. Obviously I'm a bit late to the part because I didn't do it on the actual day that we was given to it, but still regardless. But what I want to talk about in this kind of throughout this gameplay, I've watched it and I actually thought it was pretty amazing. And be it for coming from someone who hasn't played much Battlefield myself, I thought I'd approach this from a different kind of point of view than everyone else has. I'd approach it from a perspective of someone who played a lot of COD and has played COD for a very long time, and is now somewhat tired of COD. Pretty much the majority of a lot of YouTube it would stand as these days. I think there's a very good open point right now for another game to come in and take the reins of the leading kind of FPS. And I kind of want to show the difference between, kind of talk about the differences between the two games and what I think makes certain games better than others, and how I think Battlefield or any other game can come in and take the current COD role. Now I think the current issue with COD as a whole is that it has been overdone, and everything, like, we've all done the same thing that every year we've got the game prestiged, and it's not been like any real new like kind of system. There's been nothing new or revolutionary about the game. It's almost as if every year we've always said like, oh, this is 2.5 of the previous, this is like the 0.5 of the previous version, almost like an update to the previous version of the game. It's almost like a map pack or a new kind of add-on to the current game that's already, the current COD that's already out, and that's why it's just got so boring, because there's been nothing new to show. Both on YouTube, there's been nothing to show for us YouTubers to give you, and I think that's why you'll see that COD isn't as popular as it is on YouTube at all anymore. Like, who realistically is posting Black Ops 2 actual kind of gameplays and normal stuff, like not trolling or anything that's at a false entertainment? There's nothing there anymore. Like, this doesn't do it doesn't do well. So that means that another game can come in, and if they can provide an entertaining experience for players that play COD and Battlefield, it's just trying to find the perfect between the two. Because I would say that Battlefield is a game that requires a lot more skill than COD, and some COD guys may be unhappy with that, and some Battlefield guys may be happy with me saying that. But it's very true. I've played both games, and it's very much true. I believe that Call of Duty it's very much pick up and play these days. If you know how to play an FPS, COD is probably one of the easiest ones you can possibly play, and there's obviously very much systems that are there in place to reward players that aren't as good, to help them have an easier experience when it is going to play online, to have a more entertaining experience. And some people may say that is where COD went wrong, but you have to always remember they have to cater to a larger audience. Now, Battlefield on the other hand is like the complete opposite. I don't think Battlefield is a pick up and play game. Like, I've been someone who I've tried to get into Battlefield before. I didn't really get into it because I think I'm always someone who has to have friends on a game for me to properly get into it. Just purely because I've always been someone who played with friends throughout my time. Like when my friends played Halo, I played Halo. When my friends all played FIFA, I played FIFA. When my friends all played Gears, I played Gears. When my friends all played COD, I played COD, and that's kind of how it's always gone. But I think Battlefield is a game where you definitely need to. It's got a very big learning curve, and it's not a game you pick up and instantly be good at. I mean, obviously, if you're half decent at FPS games, you're going to do reasonably well. I mean, I've played Battlefield a considerable amount of times. I mean, I've actually, and all times I've actually played it, I've really enjoyed it. I do love the whole element of vehicles and stuff as well. But I just haven't really played it for a long enough amount of time for me to get into it enough. So it's now it's like what I'm sitting here thinking is, how can this Battlefield be good enough to kind of cater to both markets? I think there's certain things that will keep me there. I mean, the whole leveling up system obviously is there, but it doesn't need to be the same as COD's. It already has one that's up to 100. I think it's like you rank up to 100, and then after that you have a number by your name and you can rank that up again. So it's still similar to most rank. It has a ranking up system. It has a reward system by unlocking the game guns and stuff. So that is already there in place. I guess leaderboards are always something. I think the more leaderboards you can have on your game, the better. I've always been someone that has been, the longevity of games has been increased for me if they have good leaderboards. I think certain Call of Duty games, like the current one now, I don't really like them. I like the fact where you can like compete against all your friends and try and get to the top. Like random games that I love, like London 2012. I love even more for the fact of you can potentially get high on the leaderboards for, because they have leaderboards for everything. They have leaderboards for every game mode, and like there should be a game, like an FPS game, where they have a leaderboard for everything. And like, as sad as that sounds, it keeps someone playing the game, because lots of people are very interested in stats. Some aren't at all. Some are very much pick up and play players, and it needs to be obviously a good enough system. They already has as well. Like the squad system already works really well. Maybe they have bigger squads and stuff. I don't know. But I think the current thing that stops Battlefield 3 from doing that well is the fact on console it's still very much quite clunky. I think Call of Duty runs at 60 frames per second. I'm just going off of what I believe here. I'm not actually sure if that's definite. And I think Battlefield runs off at 30. So someone who plays Call of Duty a lot will come onto Battlefield and they'll feel it feels very slow. I played Battlefield 3 recently, and I haven't played COD since like December, and it didn't feel sluggish anymore. And I think that's what it is. Apparently Battlefield on PC is awesome, and I would love to be able to try that, but I don't actually have a computer that's good enough to do so right now. The computer that I'm currently on is a computer that I got when I first ever got partnered. I bought this computer, and I just bought it for the intentions of just being able to render videos better and be able to have a better time editing. Because on my old laptop, I used to sit there and I'd have to preview render everything I ever did just so I could do it. Where this one, I can sit here and I can watch a video and I can like commentate over it, and it's fine. And that is purely the reason why I bought it. But like now, I'd love to be able to get into PC again. I'd love to be able to try out these games on PC. I see all these people on YouTube playing these PC games. They look amazing. I would love to be able to try them, but I just haven't got enough money to be able to buy a computer right now. So that's what I need to save up for, I believe, so I can actually try and get one. But I think the current, I think that's what I'm going to leave it at. Is I think the Battlefield, hopefully this game, I haven't seen any multiplayer yet, but hopefully it's just a little less sluggish on console. And then maybe I think then you'll pull over a lot of the COD audience, because most of the COD audience, like myself, is very much tired of the current system of COD, and I don't really think that the next COD will do that well. So the next COD is going to has to be revolutionary, otherwise I think it's a dying thing on YouTube, so to speak, and not as a whole, because it will always sell units, but as a YouTube and entertainment platform on YouTube, I don't think that Call of Duty would do as well anymore. I think Black Ops 2 is its final chance, and I think you can already see on YouTube that, whereas I don't see many Black Ops 2 videos at all. I'm going to leave it at that for now. I can talk about some more Battlefield 4 stuff if you want soon. If you want me to do that, please leave some feedback. I have loads more gameplay that I can show you. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, please leave a like, and I shall see you guys soon. Goodbye.